So Wendy's, where y'all from?
ISO. Indies. Yeah. Live free, speak your peace. Stay humble in these streets, yeah. In these streets. Let's go. Playground parks with the trees and the cars. Brownstone buildings with the kids on the porch. Murals on the walls for the ones that we lost. Bodegas on the corner, let me see what's in store. Subway stations with the maps and the cars. Summer cookouts, uncle got the sandals on. Statue of Liberty, we holding up the torch. If they ask where I'm from, tell them this is New York.
We from the home of the biggie, people blowing they ciggies. And these girls going wild cause they flashing they titties, it's litty. Watch your steps cause these blocks be shitty. We grew up on that bad boy in 96 with Diddy. Take a walk, come with me, let me show you what really go down. Fiends on the corner, every hood got a deli or crowns. Cops pull us over, it don't matter if you black or you brown. City never sleeps, this the place that where hip-hop was found.
Playground parks with the trees and the cars. Brownstone buildings with the kids on the porch. Murals on the walls for the ones that we lost. Bodegas on the corner, let me see what's in store. Subway stations with the maps and the cars. Summer cookouts, uncle got the sandals on. Statue of Liberty, we holding up the torch. If they ask where I'm from, tell them this is New York. I look around as I'm viewing the city. Skyscrapers and bridges, bright lights, fast life, Manhattan living. Cross over downtown, welcome to the concrete. The Nets to Barclays, the Mets to Yankees. Ubers and yellow taxis. And while I'm fitted with some butters, we heard savvy when tight jeans was baggy. From JFK to LaGuardia, city that never sleeps, insomnia. Home of Junior Mafia, word. Playground parks with the trees and the cars. Brownstone buildings with the kids on the porch. Murals on the walls for the ones that we lost. Bodegas on the corner, let me see what's in store. Subway stations with the maps and the cars. Summer cookouts, uncle got the sandals on. Statue of Liberty, we holding up the torch. If they ask where I'm from, tell them this is New York. Brooklyn, BK all day, BK all day. We go hard, yeah, like so. Brooklyn, BK all day, we go hard. Yeah.
Let peace, stress free, let it be. God got a bigger plan for you and me. Let peace, stress free, let it be.
everybody. It is Sam Goodman, the Hop Nerd, here joining you once again for another Hop Nerd Live. How is everybody doing today? I hope you are doing absolutely awesome. Excuse me while I block you out so I can adjust some cameras really quick. I like you. I love you. I don't want you to see me jumping across the table and doing all that kind of stuff trying to make this thing work. That's a little bit better. It's a little crooked, but we'll make it work. I might reach over and adjust that at some point. How are you doing on this lovely, magnificent, amazing Sunday? I was sharing with you that beautiful Phoenix skyline that was out there. It's good looking out there. Look at this. How can I complain about that? The weather today, I can't even tell you. I don't look. I tell you that all the time. You know, I live in Phoenix. We don't check the weather here. This is what it looks like the majority of the time. It's 82 degrees. It's sunny. It's beautiful. That's it. I'm sure we'll get some rain at some point, but not right now. Not right now. We're not getting anything right now. That looks great to me. As always, I'm fighting with this thing, so it's not working super good, but we'll see what we can do. I'm looking for your comments. I'm looking for all that kind of stuff. Make sure you give us a call. Shoot us a text. 480-877-0155 is the easiest way to text me. You can text some other numbers. You can Texas them, but I don't know if you're probably not me. You can give us a call at 480-712-5219. We'll see how that thing works out. I'm not sure. I apologize. The last couple episodes, it's been kind of wacky and wonky and all that kind of sort of fun stuff with the sound. I've just been dumb lately, I guess. My mind has been absent. There we go. We'll talk human error on the Hop Nerd for once, right? That's finally something we'll eventually get to. But yeah, so the first one, I was giving you this angle, and I hope it's working now. Let's hope this one's working now. But I forgot to mute the mic on the actual camera. So if you don't know, this is the mic that I want my sound coming through. Right? I don't want it coming through the camera mic, so I gave you a really cool audio show. It sounded like something really trippy. If anybody out there was passing their quarantine time with some illicit substances, they were probably really enjoying that one because it got a little trippy. With the next day, it was me and Jarrell, my significant other. I did not even... we started the whole thing. We were having fun. We were having a great conversation, and I never unmuted the mic. So I can't leave them hot, right? Because we've got some speakers going in the background so we can kind of hear what's going on with the music and kind of time ourselves and kind of do all that stuff. And then you get that kind of echoey thing I was talking about that happened the first day, similar to that. And then also we say a lot of dumb shit. To be honest with you, that we don't want to go out live and on the air, right? You'll hear us cussing and fighting with stuff and trying to make things work. And it doesn't matter how great of equipment that you have, folks. And seriously, anybody out there that does this, you know this. It seems like nothing ever works consistently the same. Right, every day when you're fiddling with this equipment, things are always different. It doesn't matter how great of equipment that you have. It doesn't matter anything like that. This stuff it's always different, right? It's always different. It's always a new adventure every single day that you go to plug in the computer, and fingers crossed, things continue to work. So I'm pulling up some of your comments over here. I'm hoping to. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if I've got a good camera angle for you. Again, one-man show here, right? Doing stuff with my feet, doing stuff with my hands, doing stuff with everything to make things work. It's like that one guy that has a drum and a cymbal and a tambourine and a harmonica in his mouth and kind of all that stuff to kind of wrangle the stuff and make it happen. But let me see what I can pull up. I'm trying to pull up your comments on kind of my main screen over here, my main control screen. So I don't know if it's going to work. I've got a lot of crap open over here, so there seems to be some lag happening. But we'll see. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, you can see my screen right over there a little bit. See, right here's the screen. You can see a little bit of that. I'm trying to pull up the feeds and the comments and all that stuff here. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. I'm still fighting with this one over here trying to get it to go. So I'm trying to do all this stuff on one screen instead of a massive one and a little one right now. So if things get a little hairy out there, I apologize. I hope things go smooth. So if it looks like we've got sound, hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm talking to you in a cathedral. That's probably a good thing. And hopefully we can pull up your comments. So by some stroke of just absolute amazing luck, blessing, something, maybe we could even get your phone call if you call us. So you give us a call at 480-712-5219. We'll give that a shot. The text I'm slinging my sunglasses across the table. The text stuff always seems to work. So you can always shoot us a text. That's usually a pretty easy way to get a hold of us. Again, you can give us a call. Right there's the call me number. Right there's the text me number. There we go. I'll get that straight one of these days. You should also head over to the website, www.thehopnerd.com. I'd greatly appreciate that. Please follow along on all those things, social media. I still haven't went back and checked to see what's going on, how many days we've actually strung together. I almost didn't come today. I'll be honest with you. I almost didn't show up today, but I'm here. Right? I managed to make it here. So I'm here. I almost said, you know what? I'm just going to call it and just have a break today. So I figured I'd come by, talk to you for a little bit, and then take off. I'll tell you some stories about what's going on in my life. We'll dive into the news. We'll do our normal kind of stupid live show stuff. And then we'll call it good, and I'll see you tomorrow for sure. Unless something drastic happens, something dramatic happens in Arizona between now and tomorrow, and I can't leave the house or something. So, as I've told you before, the Hop Nerd Studios are separated from my house for sanity's sake and relationship's sake and all that kind of stuff. But here we are. We're here. We're doing it. I've got my Monster. I've gone pretty caffeine overload today, but it's helping. It's helping me manage. It's partly what brought me here to hang out with you a little bit today. So here I am. We're hanging out. We're having the conversation, whatever conversation you want to have, right? So jump in the comments, shoot me a text, give us a call, all that kind of stuff. You can send me an email, sam@thehopnerd.com or thehopnerd@gmail.com. I'll just level with you text. It's probably the easiest way to communicate with me, unless you just want to call in, and then we'll give that a shot, and we'll see what happens. But anyways, how are things going for you? I hope things are going excellent wherever you find yourself in this wild and crazy world. I will tell you that things kind of, I don't want to say this, things kind of seem almost a little normal-ish. And I'll throw the ish in there so I don't get in trouble. I know we get in trouble if we pretend like this isn't crazy pandemic thing that's going on out there. But it seems kind of almost normalish out there, and I don't know if that's good or if that's scary. I'll probably err on the latter there, that it's probably scarier than it is anything else. I went to Sam's Club yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. I shared that with you. Yeah, I went to Sam's Club yesterday. We go to the store. Everything's pretty normal. We had to go to Walmart yesterday and today because we forgot crap, so that's probably not smart. But we had to go today too. But yeah, it seemed kind of regular. To give a gauge of how Sam's Club felt, there was not really any limits on anything. There wasn't really any limits. Everything was pretty much in stock. Most of at least about everything that I could see was pretty much in stock. And they had ground beef. So for those of you that have followed along, for those of you that had given me the honor of being your tour guide to the apocalypse, you know I've been on a quest for ground beef and beef in general and that kind of stuff. And they haven't had it, right? It's just not been readily available. We just couldn't find it anywhere. So they finally had ground beef, and I mean like these big honking tubes of ground beef. They finally had it at Sam's Club. So that was kind of cool. That gives me almost some sense of normal, right? So that's kind of cool. I liked it. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I found ground beef. I haven't cooked it yet, but I found it. So I found ground beef. I was able to pick up some ground beef. I was able to pick up some flank steak. I was able to pick up some other stuff that I've been looking for quite a while. So it was super cool to be able to finally get my hands on some of that stuff. It was great. It was great. I can't complain. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked it. I loved it. It was awesome. I managed to get my hands on some ground beef, flank steak, other stuff, some coffee, kind of all the necessities of the week, right? And here in Arizona, I don't know what it looks like for you in your neck of the woods, but I will tell you that they're continuing to provide the guidance of just buying enough for 1 week at a time. And that seems pretty wise right now. So I keep telling you that it's a good time to be prepared and not panic. So a part of our shopping has included going out and picking up just a few extra odds and ends. And that's what I continue to advise people to do. When people ask me, they're like, well, what do you think we should do? What should I get? What do I need? Well, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, number one. But number two, if I had to guess, I would say this. I would say buy what you need for the week, and every week buy just a little extra. Buy the stuff that you know keeps, buy the stuff that you know you're not going to snack into, buy the stuff that you can put under, in that cabinet that you don't touch for years and just leave it there, Buy a bunch of, you can buy the boxes of like pinto beans and the bags of rice and all that stuff that you can scroll away in there. And you don't have to have a lot to make sure that you at least have enough to eat. People forget that if you get into that situation, that it's not really that much about comfort as it is about making sure you have food to keep you alive and sustain you for however long you need. Rice and beans will do that. Those big jars of pig's feet will do that. And nobody else is buying that shit right now. So that's the stuff you need to be buying, right? Go buy those cans of sardines, buy those cans of oysters, buy those cans of Viennese sausages and potted meat and rice and beans, and put those in your cabinet and forget about them, right? You can seriously go to the store right now. I was just at Walmart. So again, Phoenix, major metro area. I'm assuming that most folks' Walmart probably looks something similar to ours. And you can find something like that, something in that kind of category for dirt cheap. I think for our survival stockpile, I spent like $30 and we could seriously live for like 2 months off that shit. So I'm just saying, it doesn't take a lot if you buy the right things and you don't have to hoard the toilet paper to make sure that you're prepared, right? So there you go. That's what I got to say about that. Again, I'm going to keep sharing with you. It varies when I tell you this, but I'm going to keep telling it to you. It's a time for helping, not hiding, right? Call your friends, call your neighbors, ask them how they're doing, see what you can do to help. How can you give back to your communities? How can we come together as a community and actually get through this thing? Because that's how we get through this thing, right? Let's just level and let's just cut the shit for a second and understand that that's how we get through this thing. Okay? Let's just say it. The federal government is not going to come save you. Your state government is not going to come save you. $1,200 a freaking month, and I'm trying not to drop the F-bomb on these streams. Those of you that know me, I like it. I'm trying not to. So those $1,200 flipping dollars a month is not going to save you, right? Coming together as a community, looking out for each other and getting back to what makes our small micro communities great, that's how we get through this thing. That's how we make this thing work. Right? We have to come together. We look out for each other. We support each other. We take care of folks in our backyard. That's how we do it. Sorry, $1,200 a month, folks. It's not going to save you. It's not going to stimulate the economy. It's not going to keep mom and pop businesses open. It's just something that folks are doing to put a Band-Aid on a massive problem. Sam's opinion, and there you go. That's one of the few opinions you'll get out of me. But I don't think it's doing much. I don't think the federal government's doing much. I don't think the state government's doing much. In my opinion, I don't think they should do much. Sorry, fight me. That's all I can say. Come together at a local level. Take care of each other. Make sure your neighbors have what they need. Make sure your family has what they need. Take care of each other at that level and everything will be okay. Right? That's all you can do. That's all you can really do. People spend entirely too much time worrying about shit that's outside of their control. Right? You can control this much, but you spend your time worrying about this much, right? Worry about what you can control. Worry about making sure that you go out and you buy that little bit of extra stuff. Make sure the stuff you can control, right? Make sure you go out and you call your neighbors. You make sure they have what they need. If you have to leave some beans out on your doorstep on the stoop for them to come get it, do that, right? That's a good way to help at that level. Right, that's a good way to help each other, to look out for each other, to make sure that we demonstrate what makes us awesome as human beings, not what makes us the shittiest thing on the planet as human beings. So there you go. There's Sam's opinion. You don't get that very much. I'm frustrated. I'm irritated watching all the crap that's going on the news. And there goes my relief valve. And the only time you'll see it probably for another month. So I promise you'll get one of those about once a month, but that's it. So how are things going in your neck of the woods? I will tell you, things are going pretty good for me. I noticed the continued growth of kind of field hospitals in the greater Phoenix area. I noticed that we're preparing, and I can tell you that. I mean, that's some of what we're doing. We're preparing for things to really hit hard in the coming weeks, right? In the next week or two. That's when we're really expecting things to hit pretty hard. Let's see how things go. I will tell you, I'm ready to get back to real life. we haven't really thought about the long-term effects of this, right? Of folks being locked away, squirreled away, all that kind of stuff. You heard me vent about the economy and some of the other stuff that we've just decided we're just going to pull the plug and see what happens, right? So let's see what happens when we lock a bunch of folks in their houses for months on end. And I don't know if we've really thought that one through. I'm very proud of the way that, or at least the stance currently that the state of Arizona has taken in leaving open things that they know should be open, right? There's no stay-at-home order as far as thou shalt not go to parks, thou shalt not go outside, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that. There's not much of that going on. There is a stay-at-home order, but the list of essential businesses makes sense to me. I've read it a couple times from the governor's executive order, and it seems to make sense. So I can't complain. I don't have much beef there. Governor Doug Ducey here in Arizona, I feel like, has done a pretty decent job. He's caught a lot of heat for not doing things harder and using the Department of Public Safety to enforce things. But again, when you start locking people in their homes, and especially in a state that is as, how would I characterize Arizona? A little Wild West-ish. In a good way. I mean that in a very good way. In a state that is very liberty-minded, folks won't take too kindly to you telling them that they can't leave their property, if you know what I mean. That won't go over too well. And I think they recognize that. As Arizonans, there's a pretty big streak of freedom that flows through this state, and that's one reason why I continue to hang my hat in Arizona instead of some other states, to be quite honest with you. Proud of the state, proud of the way that they've responded so far. Again, don't think that's going to save us. You just heard my message on that, but it's pretty wild to see how other states are basically doing roadblocks and checks to make sure and verify that you're out for legitimate reasons. It seems kind of stupid to me that you're going to arrest someone for not being socially isolated and then make them not socially isolated by throwing them in a freaking jail. Stupid. I think it's just another power grab. It's a big ploy for kind of large government, it seems like at this point, to jump out there and just say, yeah. I'm not a conspiracy nut, I will tell you that. I'm not at all. I think a lot of that is just horse crap. But the government never misses an opportunity. We've seen it post 9/11. We've seen it post Katrina. We see it post any major disaster. If there is an opportunity to claw away some of your liberty from you, they're going to do it. I promise you they will. Right? They prove it time and time and time again. They prove to us several things every time that they do this. Is that, number one, we need to continue to be self-reliant. Right? It's kind of back to my rant at the earlier section of this. We really need to continue to focus on being self-reliant. And I'll follow up on that in just a second. And then they show that they just don't do anything very well. And most of us that have to deal with the government at any amount of time, we kind of know that they just do everything very shitty, right? Anything they touch, they just make worse. Right? They never do anything, touch anything, and make it better. It's very, very rare. I can't think of one good example that they've made anything better. But again, I'm not ranting at how they've done well or poor. Again, I think that most, it seems like, have done pretty good at the response. Have you heard me the other day say this? But I think that it is the time where we really need to hold these folks in our governments accountable, because there's state stockpiles that should have been stockpiles that were completely depleted, and now they're going, oh, whoa, we blame everybody else. It seems kind of stupid to me, right? It seems kind of stupid that we have a stockpile that's empty, right? Right? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's a stockpile at that point. I bet there's people that are making extremely great, exorbitant government salaries from our tax dollars that are being paid to watch these stockpiles, that are making probably just terrible political decisions, right? Just based completely off of politics, whether they replenish these or not. And then we're going to say, well, the government will save us with their magical $1,200 and everything will be fine. Seems kind of, sort of not great. Sorry, it just seems kind of, sort of not great. It seems kind of stupid to me. It continues to seem stupid to me. But that big, long, super rant is going to get back to this, of saying that I think that we need to recognize that it's time to get back to being self-sufficient, both in our organizations, both as individuals. And when I say self-sufficient, I mean that both individually and as our kind of micro communities, right? I think that we rely too much on kind of the bigger scope of things, right? I was thinking about that today. I bought some stuff last night. I started making my own cold brew coffee at home. I've told you I'm basic. I like my Starbucks, that kind of stuff. Most of my Starbucks in my areas have started to close at weird, wacky times. Right, my normal kind of haunt of Starbucks is just open during the week. It opens at 5:30 in the morning. It closes at like 11. Right, they're one of those ones that's usually open, 5:30 a.m. until whenever. And now you just can't do that, right? They're just not available. So you got to kind of start to learn to be self-reliant on this stuff. So that's kind of what I'm starting to see, or starting to learn. The lessons I'm starting to learn is that we really need to become more self-reliant. We need to learn how to make our own cold brew coffee. We need to learn how to keep our own kind of stockpiles. We need to learn how to prepare our organizations, not only to take care of our own organizations, but maybe reach out and help others. That's some of the conversation I've been having with organizations that we say, okay, we learned from this one, or we're learning from this one. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare. And we're not only going to prepare for ourselves, but we're also going to prepare for our local communities. We're also going to prepare because when it's not this and it's something else, we're going to be able to reach out into our communities, and we're going to be able to provide stuff in general, or provide services in general that we don't normally provide. So I think that those things are very, very, very important. I think that that's one thing that we really need to take away from this, is that we need to stop being so reliant on rules and regs and all this kind of crap, and we need to get back to being self-reliant and adaptive and figuring our own way through things. Right? I think those are things that we need to be prepared for. So again, lots and lots and lots of ranting from me today, because it's been super on my mind, right? I will tell you, it's been on my mind quite a bit lately. It's super annoying, right? It's super annoying with a lot of the crap that's been going down. But yeah, I think we're going to see over the next little bit, how things are going to pan out. I think the next few weeks are really going to tell us how things will be. And that's we'll just go from there, right? That's all we can really do. So I'll shut up. I'll quit ranting. I'll jump into a little bit of the news. I'm sure I'll catch a lot of heat for that, because maybe I gave away some of my stance on certain things. But I'm cool with it. I'm totally cool with it. I like it. I'm good with it. Again, shoot us a text, all that kind of stuff. Here is the, let me pull up the numbers because I can never remember, right? I promise you I'll never remember. 480-877-0155. That's the text me number. The call me number is 480-712-5219. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. I'm just pulling up the news here really quick. Fox News host Chris Wallace, Surgeon General Jerome Adams spar over pandemic shutdown. I haven't read any of this. I'm reacting to these headlines. If it's something, you know me, if it's something that looks good, I'll dive into it and share it with you. Florida airport fire destroys thousands of rental cars. That doesn't sound good, probably for the entire group of folks there. I hope things are going well in Florida. We'll see. Italy starts to look ahead to phase 2 of COVID-19 as death toll begins to slow. Italy reports its lowest daily COVID-19 death toll for more than 2 weeks on Sunday as authorities begin to look ahead to a second phase of the battle against the coronavirus, once the lockdown imposed almost a month ago is eventually eased. And again, I think that's going to be the really interesting part, to see how things pan out as the lockdown starts to lift. I think we'll see that in the next coming weeks here in the U.S. It'll be interesting. I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see how things play out, because I don't know how the economy is going to do. That's probably one of my biggest fears, again, is how is the economy going to react. It's not something we've seen, I don't think, ever, when just pulling the plug on the economy as a whole. So who knows? We'll see. What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. How are things looking for you in your neck of the woods? How's the economy looking for you in your neck of the woods? Are mom and pop going to survive this government-forced shutdown? And it's nothing other than that. Let's not bullshit it. It is a government-forced complete shutdown of the economy. Let me know. Give me a text, 480-877-0155. Give me a call, 480-712-5219. I would love to hear from you. That would be awesome. And we are back after a really quick break, and I will show you why we had a really quick break. It's super cool. Look at this. Look who I just found, who just got here. I had to take a break to greet her at the door and say hello, and she made it in. So this is a really good reason to take a quick break, huh? You want to wave, everybody? Well, say hi. Here, what do you want to tell all of your fans out there? What are you going to do tonight? I know what we're going to do. I've got a surprise for you, but it involves bicycles. You excited for bicycles? I'm excited for bicycles. What do you think? So I told everybody that we're planning on riding a bunch of bicycles. So what do you think about riding bicycles? I like it. I love it. I love riding bicycles, right? Don't you? So what kind of bike do you have?
A Barbie bike.
It's a Barbie bike.
And it comes with a puppy dog.
It came with a really, really cool puppy dog, I have to say.
Stuff.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool puppy dog, huh? Are you going to run away now? Are you done? Okay, she's going to run away. So she's done. She's done for the day. So I will tell you all that I'm getting ready to sign off. Avery has made it here. So that's mostly why I was doing this, is I was killing time waiting on Avery. So again, if you've got any questions, comments, anything like that, always feel free to text me, 480-877-0155. That is a really easy way to get a hold of me. You can always give me a call. You can always shoot me an email at sam@thehopnerd.com or thehopnerd@gmail.com. You can always call us at the call me number, 480-712-5219. Again, even if you're watching this after the fact, you can call us. You can leave us a voicemail. We'll have that conversation here and on the air, even if you're watching after, whenever we're not live. Again, we've been going live for like 10, 12, 15, something like that days so far. So I look forward to continuing that streak. I almost didn't make it today, but we're here, right? You want to come say bye, Avery? We're getting ready to say bye. She's all righty. Well, that is all I've got, everybody. Until next time, I just wanted to jump on, say hi, howdy, hello, all of that kind of stuff. We will see you next time. There you go, Avery. Say bye.
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 Thank you for allowing us to be your tour guide to the apocalypse. We will see you next time, which I'm thinking next time would be tomorrow. That's what I'm planning. Again, I don't make commitments, but that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. All right. So we'll plan on seeing you tomorrow, unless something wild and crazy or dramatic happens here in Phoenix. So this is Sam Goodman, the Hop Nerd, signing out. Bye, everybody. Bye.